Hello, everyone. This is Simone Mitjans from SimoneMitjans.com. Welcome to my interview of the week. I have something really special for you guys today. My name is Simone, and I am the creator of the Profit Power Up System. And what is that? This is a system for practitioners who have an amazing expertise to share with the world, but they don't want it to work hard. They want it to work smarter, not harder. And one of the ways we do that and why the system's unique and fantastic, it's because we look into how someone is uniquely designed to succeed. Then we build their marketing, their business, everything around that. Isn't that fantastic? One of the reasons why we do this is so that you're not doing things that you don't want to do. That's really important. And I know if you're like me, you probably wasted a lot of time trying to do things and market your business in a way that didn't feel good to you. And that actually kept you from being in front of the right people. So the Profit Power Up helps you to work smarter, not harder, in a way that feels good to you. Today, I have Ginny Colarusso. And
Yes.
Ginny, she's fantastic. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring her and share her work with you, it's because I have used the kind of work that, the expertise that she has, that have made a huge impact in my life. I'll share a little bit more about that with you as we go in the interview. And I know it's very important for people to understand the expertise that she has to offer. When nothing else works, that's basically how I would describe your expertise. The way I came across, it was when nothing else worked, and then I went and I used that kind of modality in my life, and it changed my experience. And I'm going to share with you to what extent it really helped me to make one of my dreams come true. So Ginny, welcome to my interview today. I'm so happy to have you here. And as always, why don't you share with everyone, what is your business? What is the name of a business, and what you do?
So my name is Ginny Colarusso. I own AMP Yoga Studio in Springfield, New Jersey. Basically, I've been teaching yoga for 10 years, and I wanted to open up my own space to create healing in the community. I also practice Reiki, and I'm a past life regressionist, which is a little bit about what Simone was referring to. It's a healing modality that helps you tap into your past to kind of figure out what's happening in the present. So that's basically what I do. What I also do is I take people to the Akashic Records. I connect them with their soul book, and I also connect them with deceased loved ones. And that just that's really a part of my life path here, and just it brings me joy, just complete joy to do that.
Right. It's really, it's unique, and it really works. Let me ask you, what inspired you? What happened? What motivated you, inspired your heart to go and learn about these different modalities and take the leap to open your own yoga studio and get out there and share your expertise with the world? What inspired you?
Yes, so I was inspired when I saw, I've worked in corporate jobs for a long time, and I just felt like, as nice as the corporate arena is for jobs, it's not really fulfilling in terms of life path and growth. So after teaching for so long, what I wanted to do is really do something fulfilling and healing. And I had practiced yoga for a long time, different styles. I taught in different communities and studios, and it was really a calling for me to open. The Reiki part of what I do, so because I'm so in tune to past lives, when I was a little girl, I used to always dream about them, and it was just always something near and dear to my heart. As a Reiki practitioner, I actually pull past lives from people when I'm practicing Reiki on them.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? It's amazing, but I know that's my path. And what inspired me to become a certified to just become a regressionist and to help people get into that deep state of hypnosis to access those past lives. It was just the timing was right. One of my friends offered the service, and she was certified in it, so she certified me, and
Hmm.
it just was something that spoke to my heart and
Right.
really, and I wanted to open this space to create that environment for the community, to have that space, that healing kind of center for people to come not only do yoga, but for them to do the massage, acupuncture. We offer that, acupressure, but also Reiki and past life regression.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, can you share with us like one story of you when you said when you were little you access different past lives? Like one story for us.
So I was about 11, and I dreamt that and most of my past life flashes came in dreams. So I
Mhm.
dreamt that I was a man in England in like the early 70s, and I was very very overweight. I was addicted to alcohol, and my life was very cut short. I was in London. There was an IRA bombing, and I passed in the bombing. But um, what's interesting is, when I have the past life dreams, sometimes they come together. Like they'll come like three in one night or something.
Wow.
In that same night, I dream as a ballerina in Europe, where I was starving myself, where I was depriving myself of food, and I died of like pneumonia related symptoms. But I went from one life of starving myself to the next life addicted to food and addicted to alcohol. And what's really interesting, what brings that all together, is in this lifetime, when I was younger, I had a marriage where I was married to an alcoholic.
Wow.
So this is where the karma comes in. In that past lifetime as a man, I didn't really understand the effects and the impact of alcoholism, not only on myself health wise, but on my family and my loved ones. And then I had to kind of experience that myself in this lifetime to see how alcoholism affects the people you love, affects your whole family. So it's a little bit of karma coming, all the way around in terms of addictions and deprivation too.
Right. Right. The so some people view karma as a punishment. I I somehow I'm okay with experiencing things, but I don't want it to be punished for being ignorant, let's say, right? For not knowing better in a past life. I don't believe we need to be punished, but it's interesting to complete and understand what happened and
Right.
complete that cycle, then we can keep moving forward. Um,
Yeah.
so how long have you had your studio for?
We've been open about almost a year and a half. So
Yes.
we're getting there. We're
The
chugging along.
baby yoga,
Yeah,
your yoga baby.
yeah,
Um,
getting there.
right. So would you like to share with us a little bit about what have you been able to, why do people come to you when they seek your services and your expertise? What are some of the things that some of their obstacles, some of the things they're struggling with, and some of the things you have been able to help people with?
Well, one of my most recent clients, she came specifically for Akashic Records past life. Um, and what I was able to help her with is during the state of hypnosis, I was able to help her, first of all, connect with her deceased mother, which was just like brought me joy because it brought her complete joy and happiness. And I also was able to help her see it. Her mother connected with her, and she told her about a pattern that she's been repeating, lifetime after lifetime, a pattern of, one life being a little self-centered, the next life being, put yourself last. So her mother really drove home the point of balance and living a balanced life, and the point that you can't save the world, you can't take the world on your shoulders, but you need that balance of taking care of yourself and taking care of others, so helping out others. So
Mhm.
that's kind of, what I'm looking to do is help people who are stuck, or people who are, see a pattern or an issue and they can't really wrap their head around why it's happening, and what's the reason for it. And usually the reason is something that happened in the past. Now, there are lifetimes where we have, good lifetimes, and we bring good karma forward, and those are our gifts and, the things that we're blessed with. So not all karma is negative or bad. It's just, it's what we put out there.
Right, right. One of the things I call myself is the queen of patterns. I can spot patterns with my clients. They really come forward when it's time to take action, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. I mean, uh, it's the drive. You see a pattern, and that's what's most important, is recognizing that, Simone, recognizing the pattern, and saying that there needs to be something to solve this, and I need to, and the want to solve the
Right,
pattern, release it.
right, right. I want to share a little bit with you and the audience about my experience using this healing technique of past life regression. Many years, I think I was 24, and I wanted to be a mom so badly. I wanted to have my own child. And I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And interestingly enough, I was diagnosed with that when I was was a very stressful period in my life. And I manifested. One of the things I learned very early on in life as well, through my mom and the way her spirituality, is that our physical challenges, really, it starts in our spirit, in our
Mm-hmm.
soul. And I was very curious when I heard that. I thought diseases and a lot of the health challenges we have were just genetic. And I didn't, so when I first heard that our uh, health challenges start in our spirit, I was curious to know why. And I came across someone who did a past life regression. And I said to her, I wanted really wanted to have a child. I want to have that experience of being a mom. However, I was diagnosed with PCOS, and I don't believe that's going to be a challenge for me, even though the doctor said it could be. But there's also a lot of fear of making mistakes, screwing up someone's life, just not doing well, just a lot of fear around that. And at the time I was doing psychotherapy, and she offered a past life regression. And I did past life regression. I looked into some extreme lives, like you said. Some were really, most of them were more extreme in a negative way. That's how she uses it. But I was able to experience that. And one of the things that really changed for me was the fear was basically gone. I used to think again, oh, one day I want to be a mom, and I would feel good. I would feel confident. I would feel guided. That's really what I wanted. I wanted that inner guidance. And when it was time when I felt ready to get pregnant, that was about 6 years later, it's almost like everything fell into place. I start meeting the right people at the right time, who brought me the right things I could do to make my body strong to have a baby. So it happened with ease. And that's another thing I really am more than ever before believing right now, is that we don't need to live a life of limitation and sacrifice anymore. I think it would be very mean, right, to put a desire in someone's heart to want something that will make them feel good, and if they don't have the means to manifest that in their lives. So long story short, I was able to get pregnant. I got pregnant naturally. And most of you who have been following me for years now know that I have a beautiful 13-year-old daughter. And I feel like she was a gift, a divine gift. And that's how I raise her. And after I was talking to Ginny a little bit, it just clicked that it looked like it was the food I ate, the herbs I took, the different modalities I did to make my body strong that really brought a result. It did, but what really happened before, it was the past life regression.
Right.
Past life regression, it almost like it helped me to be free and see opportunities where I couldn't see before because I was so wrapped up in fear and worry. Right.
So that's what it's about. You release the fear. So that's a part of the past life regression process. You're finding out what you did to release it and let it go, and that way you move on from it. And I mentioned to Simone that I also struggled with infertility issues, and I too turned to holistic modes to help myself. I did the eating right. I had some past life regression done as to why I was struggling with an infertility diagnosis. Turned to yoga, massage, acupuncture, chiropractic, all the holistic stuff to help me. And that's, a big piece of why I also opened the studio, to help other people like myself with those diagnoses to heal naturally and not have to turn to drugs or in vitro or anything like that when they don't have to, really.
Right. That was a decision I made right off the bat when the doctor said, well, you're going to need fertility treatments if you want to get pregnant one day. I was diagnosed when I was 19. Like I said, it was in a very stressful period of my life, and literally period of my life.
Right.
And I made a decision right then and there that I was not going to go through the fertility treatment. It was not going to work for me. I saw my friends going through. Some of them got pregnant with twins. And but that was, my heart was just not in my heart to go through the same process. And I decided if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in a natural way, or I'm going to be honored. I'm going to feel honored to adopt a child one day. And I was gifted with my own child. So that was, like I said, a gift and a blessing. And since you have a yoga business, I would like to hear from you. What have been like a challenge for you when you first opened your business?
The biggest challenge was getting students to come in. So just making ourselves known out there. So marketing to the right people, bringing, just making more people aware of us. And I attempted to use every social media form that I could, whether it was LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. So just bringing people in. I actually had a lot more yoga teachers come in when I first opened than yoga students. So that was my challenge. But then people started to wake up, and I turned to Groupon just for an extra boost in marketing and helping helping people just become more aware that I was there and feel.
Mm-hmm. So what have worked for you to bring people through the door?
Well, I think making connections in the community. I try to reach out to, Springfield's a smaller town, but I still try to reach out to the schools in Springfield. I do like school fundraising. Like we're doing an upcoming fundraiser for Walton School where if you buy a package, you get 10% goes to the Walton PTA. So I reached out a lot to the community, the moms of Springfield, putting prenatal yoga out there. People requested hot yoga, so I added hot yoga to the schedule. So I'm, just making the connections, joining joining the Chamber of Commerce, the networking groups, trying to make the more connections to get more people to become aware of us and our location.
Phenomenal, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And hot yoga would make me a dizzy person.
It,
um,
oh,
my,
it's not for everyone, Simone.
no, not for, especially for someone who have low blood pressure like I do.
Yeah.
I get, but yoga is phenomenal. I know it is, and everything else that you offer. Now that you have been in business for about a year or so,
Mm-hmm.
what is your main challenge right now?
Well, the main challenge right now is summer. It tends to be our slower season, so I'm trying to really reverse that and make more people who are around in summer to come find us. So we not only do we offer like special discounts to students, high school students, college students, but we offer discounts to teachers too, and those are the people who are more available during the summer. So I'm trying to, get that out there that we do offer special rates for seniors. We do offer gentle classes. We only offer a few hot classes, so we're not all hot yoga.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
yeah, but just getting more people to come in and getting them to stay. So that's the hardest thing about Groupon is, the people walk in the door and then they kind of bounce from studio to studio.
Right.
We just had a woman come in who she didn't realize her Groupon offer had expired, and so the teacher, my teacher was teaching, told her, what, all right, well, you're here, why don't you just take class? And she left. She just walked out the door. She's like, no, I have a class card somewhere else.
Right.
And she didn't want to spend money for like a drop-in class at the studio.
Right.
So that floored me. I was like, wow. I'm like, she came all the way down.
Mhm.
Once she realized her Groupon was out, she left and went somewhere else.
Right.
So, like we spoke about, Simone, like Groupon, although it's good for marketing and got more people to become aware of the business,
Mhm.
it may not be the best for me down the road. So I'd like to eventually remove myself from there and focus on just getting more people in the community to come through the door.
Right. Right. Yeah. So Groupon have one of the things we're going to talk about how we can kind of adjust that scenario for
Yes.
upcoming clients.
Yeah.
Groupon, most of my clients, they build their business, their practice, and they offer their services to premium clients. And there's a very specific reason why we go after the premium clients. Not because we don't care about everybody else. However, what I have learned throughout the years is that premium clients will value their investment in their health and their well-being. So one of the things, if someone is just buying something at a discounted price, their mindset is focused on they're buying the price. Premium
Mm-hmm.
clients, they don't buy price. They buy results. They buy, most of all, how they want to feel when they experience a service,
Yeah.
right? We
I agree. Yeah.
Right. So we don't want to, there are places, like I said, I mentioned to Ginny before, I don't know, we had this conversation before somehow, that driving to New York City. But I was explaining to Ginny that if for people who want to pay very low fee for especially yoga, they are best suited in a gym scenario, right? With the
Yeah.
dirty mats, all the dirty yoga mats that they have there. And
Yes.
I made Jean laugh with that because it's true. I've been part of gyms, and if I don't bring my own mat, it is a dirty mat.
Mm-hmm.
And they will invest maybe $5 in their yoga mat from some stores. Those for them, it's not a good fit, a yoga studio. They don't
So
really
yeah,
care. Right.
that's my
So,
focus
right.
is towards the premium client
Right.
and offering that premium service because we have, I'm teaching 10 years. I know, I know a lot about yoga. I'm very experienced in all styles of yoga.
Right.
So offering that wisdom to the premium clients that
Yeah.
want to come.
Yes, and again, premium clients will value that kind of experience. And also when they go to a yoga place, they wanted to walk through a sanctuary. That's basic. It's just like walking in when you go to a spa. It's a very similar clientele. They wanted the place to look squeaky clean. They wanted the place to smell pleasant, to have the proper lighting. And these are all subconscious wishes they have, believe it or not. So when I am, one of the things we look into when working with premium clients, we look into three things. First is it's the demographic, the location of your practice. It is a great location for premium clients. So that's one of the things we look into, demographics. The location, the gender, the age, their education, are people who understand health and wellness? Are they into health and wellness? So that is important. That's what most marketing strategists focus on. The second piece is psychographics. What are they telling themselves? Are they under a lot of stress? Are they telling themselves, wow, I wish I could go to a place where it would be just a sanctuary, where I walk in and I feel good and it looks good and it smells good. And it has great people there that are calm and peaceful as well. So that's their psychographics. Some marketers and business and marketing strategies look into the psychographics. Now, one of the things that my system looks into as well is the quantum graphics. And quantum graphics is all about the quality of the person that of the premium clients. And again, if you would just focus on premium clients, we're just focusing on the demographics, meaning people who can pay and they will invest. Now, I have worked with people in my health and wellness practice who could afford my services and they paid me well, but they were not ideal clients. Right? So, right, that made me think, like, well, okay, great, yay, they can invest, they're willing to invest, but there's such a headache. They complain about everything. Nothing is good enough. They were like the fault finder. They're always finding a fault or something wrong. They're a little bit in the diva side. They're not respectful of my time or of even my work. I had one of them that it didn't matter what I said to her. She researched everything that I shared with her. So I'm like, why are you really paying me? You can just do your research, right? So quickly, it became clear to me that demographics was not, and even psychographics was, meaning psychographics is people who have a mindset of wellness. They want what you have to offer. Now, quantum graphics is all quality. It's the quality. It's the quality that the person brings. And why do I say quality? Because when you're interacting with someone who's open-minded, who appreciates, right? Who have like a way of appreciating things instead of finding fault, there's a feeling. We feel good with those people, right? Are you there? Right. So
they live in a positive mindset too. So it's
positivity. Right. So they appreciate, they share with friends and family. They look for things that are right and good about it. And it feels good. So quantum, as we know, is all about energy. And the way we feel when we interact with someone is all about energy, right? Emotion is energy in motion, moving energy. So quantum graphics is just as important when we are looking into who do we want to serve. It's important to break down into demographics, psychographics, their mindset, and then quantum graphics, which is the quality that they bring to the table. They're open-minded, they're friendly, they're fun, they smile a lot, they're positive, they see the glass half full, they're flexible, not only in terms of they can do the snake pose or the tree pose, but they have a flexible mind way of being to them. They look for things that work and how they can make it even better. So quantum graphics is, and how can we specifically use this in our business? It's just like when we're interacting, once we know what we want in our clients and we craft that, then when we're interacting, we can see, okay, this person is my ideal client. And we bring them in with joy. Or if they're not, then we can bless them and show them where could be a better fit for them.